Hello riders, it's Josh from CycleHunters.com. Today we have 2004 Honda Goldwing GL 1800. I think everybody knows the Goldwing, and if you don't, well, you are absolutely hiding under a rock, because these things are all over the place. And if you're a motorcycle rider, you kind of know the statement that once you get to the Goldwing, there's really no turning back. There's no going the other way. There's nothing else to do. This is the most comfortable ride you're going to get, plush. It's basically a couch on wheels. So if you want to take a trip from here to Timbuktu, you're going to do it in a lot of comfort. A lot of comfort. You can see right away. Seating position, you have driver backrest, passenger backrest, your speaker systems, creature comforts. I mean, you even got a cup holder on this thing. Not to mention the Garmin for your GPS, but you know, floorboards for the passenger. It's just an amazing machine. If you've ever ridden one, you already know, but if you haven't, you will be extremely surprised at how smooth this 6-cylinder motor is. It is unbelievably smooth. Produces about 118 brake horsepower, 125 foot-pounds of torque. It is a liquid-cooled motor. You can see right in there. Radiators. The storage on these bikes, there's quite a lot. Now this trunk, how clean that is. It's about 60 liters of storage, and the sides, which you actually open it from up under here. There you go. It's about 40 liters a side, and you're talking about 6.6 liter fuel tank. Seat height 29.1 inches, so actually the seat height's not too tall. It's kind of low, not too bad. The coolest thing though is how unbelievably well balanced these bikes are. You can see right here, you got your little mat. It's so clean in here. Right there's your cargo netting. You can see the other side here as well. Same thing. His and hers, maybe, if you will. Now, this also has the forward footrest, because if you are taking these on a long journey, you know, body positioning, moving yourself around a little bit, it's always helpful. It's always nice, because then you don't get sick and tired of being in the same spot. This also has your wind deflectors, so you can position them all over the place. You can see here you can actually get some airflow right through here like that. Very roomy area to sit, but controls on this bike, there's a lot of them. Now, high beam, low beam, these are your CV volumes, your channel, your disc for your tuning, your mute. You have that right here. I believe this is your volume level. Turn signal, left, right, cancel. Your horn, which we'll hear that in a second. Sounds like a car. You have a tach on the left, centrally located speedometer, and on the right your temperature gauge and your fuel gauge. That S that you see lit up right in there is for your side stand, so that's always a nice little feature to let you know that the side stand is down, and it's not something you probably want to be riding with, and I don't think the bike will actually start with that down. You have your mode, your trip, display. There's all kinds of things you can change around to check. You know, you can set your trips, You can set the illumination. There's so many different things going on with this bike. Not to mention the radio, of all your audio buttons and things right here. So if it's something where you wanted to change your station, you can program your stations right on here.
Phoenix will begin around sunrise and increase in intensity into Thursday afternoon.
It's actually your weather channel. So yeah, I mean, lots of really great stuff going on with these bikes. The Goldwing is synonymous with quality. It is synonymous with comfort and the ability to just go have fun when you ride. It's just a great bike. On the right side, you have your on-off, your acceleration for your cruise control, and your reverse. Your cup holder, but pretty much that's what you're looking at as far as the amenities in terms of the controls. Now you can adjust your headlights up and down a little bit. And over here you have a voltage meter. So it's kind of cool in the sense that, again, you're talking about wide array of features on the cockpit for your bike, for your journey. You can see up top is your indicator. That's your left rear. This will be left front. It's going to be right front, then right rear. Now you can also see here in the front, you have the lower lights. The uppers are your regular driving lights. Let's see. Your headlight adjusts. This is high beam, which, yep, it turns out the other one's on the lowers. That's your high beam. So somewhat simple. I mean, pretty much intuitive. If you've been riding these, you already know again, but if you haven't, it's going to take a little bit to acclimate yourself. Now you can hear this baby start up. Ultra smooth bike. I mean, for crying out loud, it's basically like a car motor in a motorcycle. Listen to when you rev this thing, how smooth it is. There's not much twisting. Don't really feel any of that. I'll twist it, you can see. Bike doesn't move, so extremely well balanced, very smooth. Again, you're talking about the epitome of creature comforts in terms of your luxurious touring down the road. Yeah, the Goldwings are just it. They're the top of the heap, top of the food chain. These things are absolutely a joy to ride. Especially, like I said, if you're taking a long trip, you better watch for your passenger falling asleep on you. You can see the tack. There's your neutral light. Obviously fuel injected motor. Yeah, you can't beat it. These things are great. They're really great. We go through these pretty quickly because these bikes are always well sought out. People want them badly, especially when they're clean ones like this. You can see in the wheel. Not much for blemishes. Look, it's a used bike. There's going to be some. Most of the time it's like little road nicks and things. Bar ends are great. But nothing that stands out in the paint. Little dust here and there. But again, you can see how well the paint has been kept up on this bike. It's for your gas right in here. There you go. Open her up, close it up. Very, very straightforward and ready to attack the highway. The paint, you know, it's a maroon. You can see the flake a little bit in there. Maroon with the gold accents, some silver accents, some chrome. These are classy machines. Again, you and a passenger loaded down, going from here to wherever you want to go. It is going to be an extremely smooth trip. It's going to be really, really enjoyable for both you and the passenger, because there's not a lot that you have to worry about with these bikes. You primarily just thumb the starter and you get going. It's a Honda. They're extremely well sought out, well sorted, just great bikes. I can't say enough about them. And I know if I got Joel in here, he'd sing its praises, because he's definitely a Honda guy, but he really loves these and he keeps threatening to get one, but he hasn't quite. Oh, here he comes. Let's see what Joel has to say. Yeah, so it's funny just talking about Joel, and here he comes. He had to change his shirt, but so again, you being the main Honda guy here and loving these bikes, and you always talk about the Goldwing as the top of the food chain. Give us a little rundown of this one specifically.
Well, Honda up to date has been making the Goldwing for 40 years now, and they've really gotten the recipe right. If you're looking for something that's durable, I don't want to say indestructible, but these things, it's no big deal to put 100,000 miles on them. I had a guy bring in one in for inspection one time. He had 130,000, and he did them all with his wife, and she just stood there doing one of these. You know, these things are a real nice recipe being out on the road. They've got some mass to them, so you won't get pushed around on the road with them. But at the same time, you got quite a bit of coverage here. I rode one of these home from Brooks Brothers one time, and it was raining. I didn't even get wet. You know, because you're behind all this stuff. But when you're putting miles on the road, these things eat miles like, you know, it's unbelievable. But at the same time, when you have something that's set up like this, that's prepared for that kind of a chore, which is what it can be if you don't have a machine like this underneath you. If you need it, this bike's got it.
Now, with the 48-point checklist that we go through, do these require anything over and above just because of what they are?
No, I have to tell you, that's one of the things that Hondas are known for, not needing a bunch of little things, because they think of things ahead of time and they do it right. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Honda doesn't build crap. I don't care what it is, if it's a generator, a snowblower, a car, or a motorcycle.
So
they build quality stuff, all of it.
So this one in particular, she's ready to rock and roll. Joel approved, right?
I would ride this thing anywhere, man.
I know you would.
2 thumbs up, no doubt about it.
Well, there you have it from the man himself, the Honda guy, the resident Honda dude. He loves these bikes. We all do, for that matter. But again, you're talking.
I get ridiculed for it sometimes, how much I love the Hondas, but at the same time, they're the standards that we judge everybody else against.
Yeah, well, it's the top of the food chain, so I don't see anybody else dethroning the Goldwing anytime soon for the touring masterpiece that it's become.
There are other competitors. I don't mean to say that BMWs suck or that other bikes are no good. I don't mean to say that at all. At the same time, this is like a flavor of ice cream. You're like, no, do you like chocolate? Do you like strawberry? They're all good bikes, but I just happen to like the Hondas.
Yep. Again, I know all Hondas for the most part are Joel approved, and that's what we really look for, especially when we're getting ready to put it out on the floor.
Well, I have 4 bikes now, and 3 of them are Hondas. So what does that tell you?
Yep, it should tell everybody, really. You know, we ride them. We're riders ourselves. Again, we are riders taking care of riders, so, you know.
We love what we do here. We don't take any part of this lightly. You're riding something that, if it's prepared the wrong way, can be a hazard for you, but these things are... These are what you want when you want to get busy on the road, no doubt.
So there you have it. If you're digging the 2004 Honda Goldwing, give us a call at 717-273-1809. You can see our full list of inventory at www.cyclehunters.com. You can email us at cyclehunters@gmail.com. We have some aftermarket warranties available.
Check out our videos on YouTube, and we do appreciate your subscription. Thank you so much.
Like, subscribe.
You bet.
Thumbs up, ding the notification bell, all that good stuff. But if it's something that you're looking for and you want a Goldwing, this one's ready to go. She's all made it through the 48-point checklist. This is what we do to make sure that when you get a bike from us, it's as close as we can make it to brand new. It might not be brand new, it's used, but she's going to treat you right.
You know, sometimes people talk about these Goldwings and talk about how heavy they can be. Well, I have to tell you, try one. The weight vanishes once you're past 10 miles an hour. It's amazing. I hate to call it a 700-pound sport bike. Ride into it. You can't believe it.
Right.
Can't believe it.
Well, there you have it, guys. So until the next bike, happy riding.